Welcome to the shooting show. This week we're on pigeon patrol with Geoff Garrod. We follow him protecting the crops against the grey horde that's descended on the Essex estate that he looks after. Plus we bring you all the latest news from the shooting world. The crack pigeon shooting team of Geoff and Justin Garrod has been called into action once again to deal with the grey menace.
My mate's rung me up. He's got a lot of problems with pigeons on the rape, and he's got a couple of people out. We've come over here to hopefully give him a hand. Because this is not my patch, we're coming up here this morning. We got here about 8:30, and we're just going to spend half an hour, 40 minutes just watching, and as here there's a good flight line of pigeons that are coming up here, and they're just going over the corner of the wood. Some are going in the wood, some are going over the top of the wood heading towards the rape, and as with all pigeon shooting, it's very important to reconnaissance, and if we get this particular bit right now, hopefully that will save us, one, having to move during the day because we've got it wrong, and two, if we get it right to start with and get in the flight line, the pigeons will be coming to us rather than us having to go to the pigeons. Got Justin. He's with me today. Obviously it's a Saturday. Getting a bit of a hot shot. I've got to keep him in his place, which is going to be hard, but hopefully between us today we can bag a few pigeons. Where they've been coming up from this morning, they've been coming from there and there. We're here and got a pattern out here. The ones that were going to go in the wood, hopefully they'll see these and come towards us, and we'll intercept them going in the wood, and anything passing, will, come through and straight across the front of us. So this, the main sort of killing area, hopefully on the decoy, is going to be out here. That's it. It's a hide built. Very simple and straightforward when you've got the nature on your side. You can't beat it really. I don't think we'll have to use any nets at all today. So yeah, it looks good. We've got a few proper pigeons. I always like to use the real things. You can't beat them. And I've managed to keep some back from a little pigeon shooting exploit we had last week. Had them in the chiller all week. We're going to start off with about a dozen, 15 of these. We'll get the pattern sorted out in a minute. Just the last sort of one of the bits of my equipment. It's just these simple, straightforward canes. And through the pattern, I'll just put a few of the pigeons on there. They just sit off the ground about 8 to 10 inches. And with the wind today, they'll be bouncing about. The wings will be moving about, and it's a good piece of movement. So something that I do value very much as a decoy. We're using Ely VIP cartridges today, 30 gram 6-shot fibres. I do like shooting fibre cartridges, they're biodegradable. As at the end of every day pigeon shooting, I always pick up the plastic cartridge cases, and it's nice to know that the wads are degrading into the ground as well. We're also going to be using a new Browning Maxus 3-shot auto. I've just picked it up this week to try, and looking forward to using it.
The boys are all set up, and by now we know the drill. We're looking forward to an action-packed day of fast pigeons and faster shooting. Unfortunately, things don't go the way we planned. The birds start to drop in, but Geoff kicks off the proceedings with a pair of misses.
Oh, you. That one beat me. Yeah. Oh, you. Sake. Been in front of that, James.
A bad start, but we're not put off. The birds are still coming over and it can't be long before we get one in the bag. Geoff's hide is immaculately built and the deeks are convincing. What could possibly go wrong?
Hello, mate. Yeah, not so bad, yourself?
If there's one thing guaranteed to scare the woodies away, it's a ringtone. And then to make things worse, Geoff loses signal. They say bad things come in threes, but by now this must be about 10. At long last, there's a successful shot, and a bird finally falls. To Justin.
Did you get it?
Placing the wood to the right of the camera, Justin appears to be in the best position. There's nothing like a bit of father-son competition, and Geoff's eager to level the score.
You get it? There's a bit more activity starting up now. There's a bit more, 2 or 3 more coming up on that line there now. In the deeks, look, in the deeks.
Finally, things are going according to plan, but Geoff's not satisfied and wants to get some more birds coming in.
All right. Okay. See what happens. Be there in a minute.
He opts to change everything around, sending Justin far away and moving to a different vantage point over a rearranged pattern. Thankfully, it works.
Well, we've been in now for about 2.5 hours. We had a few pigeons decoy in, we shot a few pigeons going by, but it's the worrying signs that I've seen so far in about the last 20 minutes, half an hour, is there's a flight of pigeons now started up. Instead of coming up the valley as they were to us, they've just started going across the field now, across out to our left that way, and not sure where they're going, but they're going out that way, and it's just drawing the pigeons away from us now. So not good signs, to be honest with you, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens, mate.
Though the pigeons aren't decoying quite as Geoff would like, we're at least seeing some regular action. A steady stream of woodies is enough for our cameraman to fill his boots, though it's still not enough to make Geoff a happy man.
Yeah, I just had a phone from my mate, and he's very much the same as what we are, and he spoke to a couple of other people that's out today. A lot of pigeons about, just not committing themselves to the patterns, and which makes me feel a little bit better, because I was thinking that we were obviously doing something wrong, but it's the same wherever you go. You know, all the people that are out today, they're just coming to you, getting to the last bit and then just swinging off, carrying on past. So hopefully as the day gets older and they get a bit more hungrier, they might commit a little bit more this afternoon. But we've still got 3 or 4 hours to go, but at the moment it's very hard and frustrating today.
Geoff picks another couple out of the sky, making full use of the gun as the Browning Maxus performs exactly as required. This has been a day of trials and tribulations, but it'll see a respectable bag at the end of the proceedings, not to mention some much needed crop protection.
Right, what can I say about today? Very hard, very frustrating at times. We set up this morning, corner of this wood here. For the first 20 minutes, half an hour, we had a few pigeons come in. We even had 1 or 2 decoy into the pattern, and things were looking good. But as the day's gone on, it's switched on, it's switched off, it's switched on, it's switched off all through the day. We finished up with 83, and a lot of the pigeons that I've shot were pigeons that were passing, going to my right, sort of climbing into the woods, which I've shot out the side of the hide. We have shot a few over the decoys, we've shot a few passing the decoys, but the bulk of the pigeons today, as the day's gone on, there was a flight line started up that's gone through the valley here, and it's just gone bypast us, over the top of the reservoir, across the boundary, and I'm sure they must be the last knockings of some maize over there, because the last 2 or 3 pigeons that I shot this afternoon were bung full of maize. Had a little bit of rape in them, but they've mainly got maize on them, so, and that's where these pigeons must have been going. I mean, they were passing us within 100 yards of the hide and just not looking at us, and I moved the decoy pattern around, the flapper around, but it was just not having any of it.
With the shooting over and the equipment cleared away, there's a moment to reflect on what went right today. Geoff singles out his gun as the star of the show.
I've been using the Maxus Browning Auto, 3-shot auto. I don't know what it is about Browning and automatics, but like the A5, they just feel very nice to use, very suitable guns. Haven't had a problem with it all day. Been firing Ely VIP cartridges, which have done the job. Very pleasurable gun to use. I probably would have to say that I haven't done it justice today. I don't think I've been shooting at my best. Pigeons not been decoying properly. That's my excuse. But all in all, I've enjoyed using it, and I'll be enjoying using it in the future.
Geoff there showing that he's perfected the art of pigeon decoying. And now, the Shooting Show news.
This is the Shooting Show news, with the CLA Game Fair less than 18 weeks away. Natural England has denied it is trying to tighten the requirements to shoot birds under the general licence. A consultation is underway on alterations to the general licence in England. It has caused alarm over what has become known as the shoot before you shoot condition, requiring pest controllers to have tried scaring and proofing before resorting to shooting. But Natural England said it only wants to clarify the rules, not change them. Deer can cause turmoil in woodland environments by preventing forestry from establishing itself, says a recent study. US researchers found that deer populations interrupted the natural expansion of forest flora, proving detrimental to the progression of the forest as a whole. They said deer could cause the virtual elimination of woody plant seeds if their numbers were left unchecked. For all your deer news, don't miss Sporting Rifle magazine. The National Rifle Association has a new chairman. John Webster has been elected to the position, replacing Robin Pizer, who recently stood down. Having served on the NRA's Board of Trustees since 2012, John is a man who knows Bisley well. He's perhaps best known for captaining the Great Britain team to victory on its tour of Australia 2 years ago. He's also toured with GB 10 times himself and shot in all of the Big 5 international matches. There'll be more on his appointment in the summer edition of the NRA Journal. The ADMG is consulting on a new set of benchmarks and standards for deer managers. Following its annual meeting, the group circulated the draft guidance and called for a response from its members. The benchmark covers membership and meetings of deer management groups, commitments to management planning, and adherence to codes of practice. Chairman Richard Cook said deer stalkers should lead change and not be dragged ever closer to a system of regulated management. Members have until the 18th of April to make their views known. And finally, there are rumblings online as Facebook has threatened to tighten its policy on guns. Pressure groups have lobbied the social media giant to clamp down on users who use the site to advertise guns for sale. The website is not an e-commerce platform, and there is no way to actually buy and sell guns on the site, except by contacting users direct. But Facebook has now said it will remove posts by gun owners showing a willingness to break the law, such as by not requiring a background check. That was the Shooting Show news.
Well, that's it for this week. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. This has been The Shooting Show.